Stettler has a really diverse landscape and is focused a lot on naturalized plantings and natural planting strategy. The downtown is also has an interesting plan for redevelopment and revitalization. Stettler is a beautiful prairie town. It has a lot of naturalized planting, and that's a strategy that's actually been put in place. There's a big focus on organic mulches, which is improve the soils, reduce water use, and reduce labor for weeding. The use of berms allows trees to be planted above poor soils and allows them to thrive and grow, and creating shelter belts and plantings within town where normally we wouldn't be able to have trees growing. Using a naturalized mowing strategy where we deepens the roots, improves the soils, encourages natural tree growth in some areas, we have this sort of a look that really works in our area. Through Communities in Bloom, we were actually recognized for that with an Outstanding Achievement Award for our naturalized strategy. The walking biking pathways are used year-round. They're asphalt pathways and people can walk or bike or move around town. Each year those pathways are expanded, and gradually we're connecting all the parts of town so that people can move quite easily around on foot or on bike. In order to improve flow around town, we've been working to add more directional signage. It's challenging since we don't own the highways, but we have been trying to work with transportation to be able to add those signage in place. It's nice to have plants, but we also want to make sure that there are other features in place, and so we have a number of sports fields that have been added recently, and we're also working to put in place a skateboard park. And fundraising and other work is being done, and construction is starting shortly on that. Recently, the entrance signs and service club signs were upgraded and updated, reflecting how things look and who's involved in the community. The Stettler Community Gardens were put in place in year 2010 with 5,000 square feet and now are over 22,000 square feet. There's 2 sites in town and with plans to expand elsewhere. These gardens allow people to either garden where they don't have space or have a little bit more space and are quite a beautiful feature in the center of town. Lots of involvement from volunteers to cool kids, and we're very proud of them. The public schools have worked really hard to green or revitalize their playground areas, and they've been adding green spaces and outdoor classroom playgrounds over the last few years. The pergola at Highway 12 and 56 allowed the improvement of space that just couldn't be landscaped in a normal way. It adds visual beauty and lots of symbolism in it with the heart-shaped brick beds, the heart-shaped planted beds, and just really brightened up a busy intersection. The off-leash dog park was an old nursery and is maintained by the dog owners, left quite rough, but run largely by the participants themselves. We have a whole lot of playgrounds around town, which gives you lots of options for kids to play. A lot of our features in town have multi-functions, whether they be storm channels, a skateboard park in the summer, a rink in the winter.